What's good, Internet? My name is attackslug, and welcome back to my Let's Play of WWE 2K17, my career mode. I am recording this early-ass o'clock on a Monday morning, and yes, WrestleMania was a long show last night, and I have a variety of thoughts here on my paper to discuss as I fight Taker at SmackDown and at WrestleMania. Starting off with a cutscene today. I will say first and foremost, the stage and the set for Mania were amazing, and there's no way that 2K18 will do it any real justice, considering how goddamn long that ramp was. There's no way the game will have a ramp that long, because it never does. Like, it's never even close to what it should be, because, you know, video games. But here we are on SmackDown for reasons. Yeah, so the pre-show, I thought the Austin Aries match with Neville was pretty good. I was surprised they had Neville retain. Alexa Bliss already throwing a chair in. It is Moveset Monday. Des Press, Stone Cold. Considering they had about a half a crowd to work with, I thought they did a pretty good job on the first match of the pre-show. And, yeah. Good stuff. So, after that, there was the Andre Battle Royal. And not a whole lot to say about that. I think everyone was picking Braun Strowman, and he was out. And so was Big Show, and so was every other big guy got put out of that match. It came down to, hey, how can we get headlines in regular media? I know, let's bring in Mojo's friend Gronkowski and have him do a spot. So honestly, the best part of the whole pre-show, and perhaps my favorite moment of the whole show, is that security lady who didn't know that was part of the show. And she rushed in to try to... No, you can't jump the fucking guardrail, you're a goddamn fan. You're a very big fan, but you're a goddamn fan. That was amazing. I laughed so hard. I'm like, yeah, nobody told her. Nobody told her. It was really good. And German suplex. So yeah, Mojo Rawley won that, and I don't know why. If that is the final WrestleMania moment for the Big Show, because he's not signed on past next February, that's a shame. That really, like, you know, they couldn't give him the Shaq match, because I guess Shaq decided to not do it or whatever, but the fact that that's going to be it for him at Mania is a waste. You know, yeah, Battle Royal, thrown out. You're done. Like, ideally, at the end of a career for, you know, a Mania thing, you put over, you know, somebody young in, like, a singles match or, you know, something. But doing that is just, I don't know. It just felt like a damn shame. It really, really did. So, that is unfortunate for the Big Shoe. After that was Dean Ambrose and Baron Corbin. And, man, I feel like this one, first of all, wasn't supposed to be on the pre-show. And I think because it ended up on the pre-show, they just kind of half-assed it. They were like, you know what, let's just make it a SmackDown match, whatever. The whole thing felt so lazy, because they were just like, you know what, fuck this shit, we're on the pre-show, who cares? Honestly, it should have been a forklift match, if anything, and one would imagine, you know, when they get to the next pay-per-view, and they keep feuding, because why not, then they'll have, you know, more things in store, because what they had here was just a shame. So, in any event, Dean Ambrose retains the belt, and it was just kind of whatever. Like, that match didn't really need to exist, to be honest, on this card. And perhaps they had more stuff planned, you know, if they were on the main card or had more time or something. But as it was, it kind of felt completely and totally pointless. And nope, Taker rolls out of the sunset flip. Oh, both of us missing those big kicks. Oh, spit in the mist. Spit in the mist. What do we got here? So the first match on the main card, AJ Styles, Shane McMahon, which honestly was better than it had any right to be, and impressed me more than I thought it would. Because, man, I was expecting, like, for one, there was no crazy, like, going off a giant thing for Shane, which everyone kind of expected, and that's unusual for a Shane match at this point in his, career, and to not have one, because that's what kind of is the status quo for what you want, because, it's Shane. So not doing that, but missing a shooting star press like a goddamn madman. All the props in the world for that, because, most guys wouldn't even attempt that. Certainly not on the grandest stage of them all. So, I don't know. It's, I think it speaks volumes to the talent of AJ Styles that more or less did a traditional wrestling match with Shane and made it pretty damn entertaining. And that knocks off SmackDown, even starting with a disadvantage. A hard-fought victory here tonight that I'm going to do again in about a minute here when I fight him again at WrestleMania. Uh-oh, he's not done. He's not done. No love lost between these two men. Going back in there. So, this makes way more sense in the game than what happened last night in real life. Because my character in the game is a heel, which, that is justified. Welcome to WrestleMania! Elsewhere on this Mania card, we have a Fatal 4-Way. Jericho, Ziggler, Baron Blade, Del Rio. Jericho wins. Triple H versus The Rock. Hell in a Cell. The Rock wins. I'm fighting Taker. Big Cass, Kofi, No Holds Barred. Battle Royal, Finn Balor, Cesaro, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, Bray Wyatt for the U.S. Championship. Rollins versus Cena for the IC belt. Tag team titles, we got Luke Harper and Kalisto, that phenomenal tag team, versus Ambrose and Reigns. And your world title match is Brock Lesnar, Jey Uso. Well, ain't that something? So after AJ and Shane, we had Owens and Jericho for the U.S. title. Match was about what I had thought it would be. Nothing too spectacular, but, nothing, it wasn't bad, but, it wasn't kind of on some kind of a, next level thing, and Owens wins the belt, as you would expect, etc., etc., so that ends that feud, and then Chris Jericho back to doing his thing with Fozzy on tour, etc., etc. So, after that was the Fatal 4-Way Women's match, which had some cool spots in it, and they did some fun stuff, but there was no heel turn from Sasha, and Bayley retained, and I don't know, the end of that match felt kind of rushed, the direction on that finish felt kind of just weird, where it was the face into the exposed turnbuckle, and then the Macho Man elbow, and then that was the finish. I'm like, no Bayley to belly, no what? I don't know. That it felt like a weird finish, but I don't know. After that, we had what is definitely the highlight of the main card, and perhaps the highlight of the night, which is the tag team match playa for the Raw tag team titles, and we thought it would be a triple threat, and my predictions were based on it being a triple threat. How was I to know it was actually a Fatal 4-Way, and they brought back the Hardys? So, of course, they bring back the Hardys, they're going to win the belts. That's just common sense. You don't have a surprise entry and not have that surprise entry win the match. That's just how wrestling works. So, yes, we officially have, I guess, the Broken Hardys in WWE. Now, it seemed strange that it seemed like whenever they were, Matt was starting the delete chants, they would just cut to a different camera thing. So, perhaps there's still kind of some Anthem legal stuff that they kind of got to work through and whatever else. But, yeah, they're back. And that was, every news story said, yes, it's happening. But WrestleMania still seemed like a kind of a, well, maybe, maybe not. Considering they just fought the Young Bucks, the night before in a fucking ladder match. So, another ladder match the night after. So, the Hardys fighting two club tag teams, two Bullet Club tag teams in 2 nights is pretty crazy. And yeah, there were some insane spots in that match. They let, for the Nero indulge in his addiction to jump off a giant fucking ladder through Sheamus and Cesaro in 2 ladders, and it was, yeah, insane. So, congrats to the Hardys, and I'm not sure that I would want them on Raw, but I guess they're going to be on Raw, so it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how any of their broken stuff plays out on Monday Night Raw. Anyhow, after that was the mixed tag match, which literally only served the purpose to have Cena propose, which just about everyone was like, yeah, that's what's going to happen there. That's the only reason that match even existed, was so that Cena could propose to Nikki after they beat The Miz and Maurice, which they did. Although I will say, that crowd was way into The Miz in that match, beating up John Cena. And it was funny, like, the disparity between what the announcers were, what commentary was saying about the match and what the crowd was chanting, was a little bit different there. A little bit not quite lining up, because they were all about The Miz beating up John Cena. Now, I will say, at least the crowd was, I guess, respectful enough that when Cena did the whole thing with the proposal, they weren't just going, no, 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 because that would have been great. But thankfully they didn't do that. And, all right, we're gonna let John have his moment here, etc., etc. So that was, was what it was. Kind of was what was expected. DDT. After that, we had Rollins, Triple H, non-sanctioned match. This match went on longer than it should. It was like a half an hour. And I feel like it was only a half an hour to stroke the ego of Triple H, because it didn't need to be a half an hour. Curiously, no Samoa Joe. Rollins wins. There was a table spot with Steph, which was, big respect to Steph and Shane. The McMahons are known, like, they won't do anything, or they won't ask you to do anything that they would not do themselves. So, another Mania, another bump for Steph. Because last year she got speared by Roman Reigns. But I will say, Triple H and Sasha, smartest people on the card, they didn't have to walk that giant-ass fucking ramp, which is pretty good. So, I enjoyed that. But yeah, big-ass motorcade with the police, and that was, it was a little subdued for what Triple H entrances usually are, but it was pretty funny nonetheless. What else I got here? Yeah, so Rollins had like this torch, and it's supposed to symbolize something, and put the torch into the ramp, and then the whole ramp lit up fire, and that was whatever. And yeah, the match just went on for too long, and this whole show went on for too long. It ended after midnight, so that, I'm old, come on now. And really, looking at the trend of last year, the show going the wrong way. Last year the show ended at 11:30. This year ended at after midnight. It was like 12:10. That does not bode well for next year. That does not bode well for next year. And I'm just botching dealing with Taker's comeback, which he should be mad about. I'm using that same comeback. I stole it from him. Dead man. Oh, come on. Alexa Bliss, save me. Ha-ha! Now who gets the comeback? Not me, because he just punched me in the face. That didn't work at all. That didn't work at all. Standing suplex. After that, we had Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton, which the only real thing of any significance in this match was that they had a projection in the ring of like maggots and worms and whatever else. And I'm like, okay, but why? Like, it didn't matter because Randy Orton still won the match. So, that was weird. So Randy Orton is your new world champion, which, okay. I'm not really sure why you would do that. Although, I will totally... I forgot again. That he had a finisher. I'm so preoccupied that I forget. Well, shit. I might lose this. Alexa! Help me. Nope. I have my TV. I got that fucking timing down. Booyah. Right in the balls. Yeah, so I'm not really sure why you'd have this match. Or you have Randy win. Although, I will totally take a Orton and AJ Styles program for the world title. That'd be awesome. I'm not really sure what you do with Bray Wyatt beyond this, if you're not going to leave him as the champion for at least a little bit. You know, I understand, okay, that's how you want to culminate that storyline, but it still kind of felt, I don't know, off. Alexa, I don't need it. Relax. After that was the 4-move match, which was Goldberg and Lesnar, and predictably, Lesnar, your new your new Universal Champion. And that's alright, sure, is what it is. Alabama Slamma. And that match, you know, it had the spear, the jackhammer, the suplex, and the F5. They had a bunch of them, but that was just those 4. So that match was fine for what it was. 2 old men going at it one last time, and Goldberg rides off into the sunset as a superhero, etc., etc. Not quite under the chair there, but whatever. Pin him. Yeah. Lamest. Nope. 1 count. After that was the women's 6-pack challenge for the SmackDown Women's Championship, which thankfully was at dark, so you could have Naomi's cool-ass entrance. But that was like the last bit of, okay, we're going to do something cool here and give the fans what they want and give Naomi the belt in her hometown. So, happy for that. Nope, missed it again. Taker just going to run roughshod here. Alexa Bliss, paying dividends. Alexa! But yes, she lost her belt, tapped out to Naomi, and then people were happy. And then we move on to where the happiness ends, and fuck it. And that is the main event, which was Undertaker, Roman Reigns, the last match for Taker. Jim Ross on commentary. Damn it! I keep botching it. How do I keep botching it? How do I keep... Aha, I still kicked out. I still kicked out. How can you keep this man down? Oh, boy. Right in my face. Yeah, so, I don't know. Again, I've discussed this match in depth so many times about what they could have done, what they should have done, what they did not do, and I kind of can't discuss it anymore. That got reversed. I saw Taker's thing go bling, so yeah, that was a good spot. That was a good spot that Reigns couldn't do last night, because he couldn't get Taker back up for it, which was pretty funny. Last ride. Taker pulling out all the stops here at WrestleMania. Come on, rope break. Come on, Alexa. Anybody. I can't. I'm done here. There's no way. Aha! Yeah, that's, all night long, the audio. They were fucking with the audio. And it was funny how Reigns comes out, and you don't hear any boos, because you don't hear anything besides his music and the announcers, which was really kind of amazing. And I'm like, yeah, they were doing that all night, where just the announcers were loud, and like the in-ring mics were loud, but the crowd mics were turned way, way down, because that's what they do. Because, again, they weren't going to turn Roman Reigns heel. It just wasn't going to happen. So, I don't know. Taker's done. That's kind of a shame that that's how you end his career, is losing to the super spear from Roman Reigns. But, I don't know. It kind of is what it is. Can't change it now. That's it. That's the end. And that's all she wrote. Speaking of all she wrote, I'm trying to wrap this up like so bad, and Taker just does not want to let it happen. So, it just... Again, I forget. Holy shit, I'm stupid. I could not be any more stupid. Escape! Escape! Alexa. Thank God Alexa's here. She's gonna get fucking ejected here in a second, but thank God she's here. Alright. If I can hit one more finisher. Just one more finisher. Taker busted open. Crap. The best pure striker in the game. I just need to hit one more finisher. I'm pretty sure that's all I need. Charging it. Oops. Fuck it. Pick him up. Pick him up. Pick him up. Pick him up. Okay. That's got to be it. This has got to be it. Come on now. 5-star match. Counter ref. 2. And there we go. That was one of the most ridiculous matches I've had in this game thus far. And that was pretty cool. So, anyway, yeah, that's more or less WrestleMania. Was what it was. And I guess it's now Roman's yard and he's the big dog and etc., etc. Gotta just get used to it because it's not going anywhere. And they're just gonna keep pushing him as the face of the company for the next, I don't know, 10 years. So, we're in for a long haul here. That's all I'm saying. It's going to be a long, long haul. And there we go. At least I was a heel when I beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania. And if that doesn't get me a rank increase, Kofi wins, D-Bry wins, Cena wins, Ambrose and Reigns win, and Brock Lesnar, obviously, wins. But that does not end the feud with the dead man. No, no, no. It's still going. And that shall be tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I'm attackslug. I get to go home today, which is fantastic. More videos every day. I'll see you next time, right here on this channel. And I'm out.